Okay, so now we're going to move into the hyperlinks. So this says to hyperlink the Red Eye website. And the Fox News program, the Red Eye is no longer a Fox News program. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to hyperlink this to the Wikipedia page. So I'm just going to go down to my browser, and I'm going to click on, I'm going to paste this in. Okay, and what I'm going to see is this Wikipedia page, which is just absolutely perfect because that's what I want. Mine says Wiki1 because I've got a Wiki1 Chrome browser thing so that my Wikipedia looks better. Anyway, Wiki1 is really great if you want to add it. Okay, so I have the Red Eye Talk Show. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my Microsoft Word document, and I'm just going to highlight the Red Eye part because that's all that needs to be highlighted. And I'm going to right click on that. Now I could right click and I could hyperlink it here, or I could do what I really love to do, which is to hit Control K, as in Dr. K, and and Control V is in victory, and I'm just going to click there and it's highlighted. See? Okay, I'm going to do one more. This is the Fox News program, the 5, and I'm going to highlight the whole thing because it's easier to find when I look it up. Go back to my browser. Control V, enter. All right, so the 5 by Fox News, and I'm going to highlight that address, copy. I'm going to go back down here to my Word program. And again, I'm just going to highlight the 5, and I'm going to hit Control K, and then Control V, and then OK. And I have those hyperlinked. Now, there's a total of 5 of them that you have to do. So I'm just going to do these first 2. I don't want to make this recording too long. Okay, so now it looks like I already did this one. I'll undo it for a second, and so I can show you how it should look like this on yours. So the first thing that we have to do is eliminate all extra spaces after the paragraph throughout the document. And you'll have extra spaces after these. I'm realizing that I'm working with a document that's done because I tried to record this and I thought it was recording the whole thing, but it was only recording 15 minutes of it. So I'm just going to go through the steps for you anyway. So the first thing you want to do is eliminate all 8 spaces after the paragraph throughout the document. So Microsoft Word in like 2007 decided that they were going to add extra spaces after each of the paragraphs for readability, quote unquote, but it freaked out all the English professors because modern language association style, which is what we use, does not allow any extra spaces after paragraphs. It should be uniformly double spaced throughout the whole document. So in order to do that, I want to teach you how. Okay, so you're going to click anywhere in the document and you're going to hit Control A as an alphabet. Okay, so that highlights all of it, right? And then you're going to go to this little square box right here next to paragraph, and I want you to put spacing before should be 0, and what you're going to do, how you're going to do that is with these little arrows. It should say auto, and you're going to move it from auto to 0, and after should read 0, okay? And then line spacing should be double. So you're going to change all 3 of those things and then hit OK. So it should completely reformat your document so that you can now have everything double spaced uniformly. The next thing is we want to increase indent on this paragraph. So this paragraph is a what's called a box quotation. It's 4 or more lines from a printed source, and this is actually 3.5, but that's okay. We're going to count it as a box quotation. So in order to indent this, I'm going to go to the Home tab, which is what we're on right now, and I'm going to go to this little arrow right here. It says Increase Indent. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to move that paragraph over. Now you probably have a space right after that paragraph. You need to get rid of that space. Okay, I'm going to go down to the next one, and I've already done it, of course, but this is it. It's when Chavez bit the dust. And of course, what you were supposed to do is go up here and increase the indent, right? Okay, perfect. And get rid of the extra space that also exists after this paragraph, because I know it's there. All right, we are almost done. Now we're going to go to the very bottom, and before the works cited, I want you to actually I'm going to do it right here after read. You're going to insert a page break, okay? And insert, and it says page break over here. So what it's done to me, because I was right at the end of my paragraph, and sometimes it'll happen to you too, it'll give me a whole blank page here before the works cited page. And I'm just going to go anywhere on that blank page, and I'm going to hit a backspace, and so it'll fix it all. Okay, so this is my works cited page. It should be on its own separate page, which is why we put the insert page break there. And we need to do a couple things to this. First of all, we've already done the heading. We need to put this whole thing in alphabetical order and in hanging indent. So there's a couple things that a couple tricks to this. You could move it around manually, but we're not going to do that. We're going to highlight all of this, except, I'm not going to highlight completely because I'm going to be doing it with it's working with paragraphs. So just as long as I'm onto that paragraph, I'm fine. And I'm going to go back to the Home tab. Okay, perfect. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to alphabetize it, so I'm going to hit this A to Z button. It says it's doing it by paragraph, and I hit OK. Now, look at this. It is not correct. And the reason why is the why libs love dead commies has an extra space right here, which moved it in front of the what do I know. And that's not correct. So I'm going to get rid of the space. I'm going to highlight this all again. And then I'm going to hit that A to Z again, and there you go. Now it's right. No, it's not right. Let's try it again. Okay. Wait, I don't want to highlight the works cited, just this. Okay, let's try it again. Oh my gosh, I'm such a mess. Okay. So it should be what do I know, why lives love dead comms, and then Mango Ward Kathleen. Okay, now we want to put it in a hanging indent, which is also required from MLA style. It has to be alphabetical order and hanging indent. Now, listen to me. Do not ever put numbers in your works cited. It goes alphabetically, please. And also it has to be in hanging indent. So I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to go up to paragraph. I'm in the home button. See paragraph there in this little box again. And here under indentation, I'm going to change this special to hanging. Hit OK, and there you go. Now, there's a big problem here, and you're probably seeing it, and it's a glitch with most Microsoft programs. I don't know why they haven't fixed it, but when you put things into hanging indent, what happens is it goes past the margin. So I'm just going to go up here to View really quick, and I'm going to click on Ruler so I can see the ruler, so I can fix this. Now here's the ruler, and as you see, this is the margin, and there's a little box right here that'll allow us to move this over. So this little arrow, you see that little arrow right there? That's the first line of every paragraph. This is the second and remaining lines, and this is the little thing you use to move it over. Okay. So far we have this. All right, now I'm just going to move up to the top of this whole page, and I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to hit a return right next to the G for Gutfeld and go right up here, and I'm going to go to references. And here in references, and it's just cutting it off on my recording, but the first thing you're going to see is table of contents. So I'm going to click on the table of contents, and I'm just going to choose one, and it's going to insert it here. Now, if you did not listen to me and you did not put these in style, you just did it so that it looked good, I've now caught you. Aha! Because you're going to have to go through and fix all of the style all the way through so that you can get this table of contents to work. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is I don't want this and the table of contents on the same page. So I'm going to go in front of the G in Gutfeld again, and I'm going to insert and page break. So now this is on one page and this is on another. Perfect. Except that this is wrong. You see that? Gutfeld Analysis is not on the first page. So I click on Contents right here, and it says Update Table. And I'm just going to hit OK, and it's going to update the table for me. So now everything should be perfect, except for the fact that we still have these comments over here. So we got to get rid of the comments. That's the last thing. So click on any comment, okay? And then you're going to go to Review. And see the little button under Delete? Click on that, right, and it says delete all comments in document. Click, and they're gone. Now, if you use Grammarly, which you should, a lot of times Grammarly will add a whole bunch of comments in, and when you are done editing your paper, you need to get rid of those comments before you turn your paper in, and this is how you get rid of all of them. You just click on any comment, and then just hit that button under Delete and delete all comments. So now we have a nice clean copy. Everything should be correct. Everything must be correct. I have a very specific grading criteria for this. And we're just going to, last thing is we're going to save this. So I'm going to go to Home and actually, excuse me, File, which you can't see. I'm going to save. Make sure that it's saved. And that's it. I could just turn it into the Dropbox now. Woohoo!